let's start with that. The deck is for a elf mage in the campaign. I'll go over the equipment we're running really quick. We got the Convocation Farming Infiltrator hood. So for the Ridge Raider, and that makes it basically unblockable except for by artifact troops and ruby troops. And that's while we control another orc. And we have a bunch of orcs in the deck. We have the Slaughter Gear's Advanced Technology. Gives our Slaughter Gears +3/+3 for each card in play that has Slaughter Gear in the name. You have the Reaver Ring Mail, that's for the Reavers, and it gives them speed. We have the Slingstone Sleeves that deals attack damage equal to the Ranger troops' attack every time we attack with them. To either a random troop or champion. You'll see that ability, it's ridiculous. Combat Trail Blazers for the Psychotic Anarchists that draw them a card even when they're removed from play or leave play. And then the Slaughter Gear Reaver's weapon that gives them +2/+2 for every card with Slaughter Gear in its name, including themselves. And the deck is just 21 shards, it's low curve. 17 of them are ruby, 4 of them are the Ridge Rebels, so we can give rage if we want. We have 2 Spectral Acorns because that's the max we can play. We have 3 Crushing Blow, that's the max we can play. 2 Savage Raiders, I reduced the quantity because I wanted to squeeze in 2 Skittering Skarns. We could have played 3. 3 Burn, just for cheap removal. 3 Ridge Raider, 3 Quash Ridge Tusker, 2 Ruby Infusion Device to give speed to troops, 3 Crimson Clarity. I could have played the head equipment on this instead of Ridge Raider. It's a consideration you can make if you'd rather have speed for like Slingshot Snipers based on Crimson Clarity procs. It's not a bad idea. So definitely consider replacing Ridge Raider Helm for Crimson Clarity Helm. Psychotic Anarchist 3, Crazed Raider 3, Slingshot Sniper 3, Zoltog only 2, it's unique, and I reduced the number of copies to make room for the second Skittering Skarn. Playing Maximum Reavers, which is 3, playing Maximum Replicators, which is 2. So the deck's not super cheap, but it's not super expensive, but it's super fast. And I'll show you why. So we're going to save the deck, we're going to look at our talents. Okay, so the Elf Mage is crazy because she has this ability right down here called Embiggen. Learn spell Embiggen. It's a race class combo talent. You start with it right away. And for 7 spell power points, as a quick speed ability, you can give a target troop permanent +3/+3. So, when you combine that with things like Reaver that does double damage to a champion, Slaughter Gear Reaver, Quash that pumps up other cards in play, and Stingshot Sniper that deals damage when it attacks for all rangers that are in play. Those rangers deal their attack damage. This spell is ridiculous, so it just allows you to do lots of damage really quickly. And then the other cool thing about playing Mage is you start with more cards, so we're going to start with +1 hand size. In fact, let me just take a quick look here. Yeah, so we're going to start with 8 cards. Hey babe, you need some help? You want me to come out? You can leave it open. What time do you want to leave? Okay. We got Spell Sprites, we've got... And these guys are awesome. Even though they're 0 cost with Embiggen, you can make them 4/4 flyers, which is also extra damage. This allows us to start the game with slightly more spell power, not too much more, and then we have Telekinesis. I think we only have 1 learned spell on the bar, so we only start with like an additional 1 or 2 spell power points. So Telekinesis is usually like if we play our 3rd shard and use our charge power and we don't quite get to 7, we usually will have 6, and that will usually allow us to bounce one of their troops when we want to swing in for Fatal. So that is the deck. The other cool thing about farming Convocation or dungeons with Elf is that their racial talent, whenever you defeat a dungeon, there's a 25% chance you get a random Stardust. So that is extra value for the run, and I think Elf Mage might be the best class for farming, but you be the judge of that. So we'll go into the campaign and we'll farm. It's weird about this. Every time I back out, it takes me back out of the campaign. See? Weird. Anyway. Shouldn't it take you back to the campaign map? I don't know if there's any other way to get out of your deck without exiting the campaign. Alright, so we are farming this dungeon, Tome of the Rose Knights, or whatever you call it, burning something, the burning undead. A lot of people have different names for it. Anyway, this is what we farm. Started the run at about 8:30 a.m. Western time. Let's see how long it takes us to complete it. And I'll just try to go relatively quick, and also try to explain a little bit. So we're gonna keep this. We have actually a pretty good hand. Drop this. Drop Spell Sprite. Drop a Ridge Raider. I should have dropped the other Ridge Raider. Maybe I go a little too fast there, because this Ridge Raider has speed from Skittering Scar. But we can attack with both next turn, so that's fine. We'll see what we get off the Spectral Acorn. If we get another Spell Sprite, that's awesome. Alright, we're going to attack in. We're going to go ahead and big in the Spell Sprite. We're going to hit for 8. Hell, we can hit for 10. Why not? We have him dead next turn. Pretty much. I mean, if you guys are familiar with the Ruby Ranger deck that is the arena speedrunning deck, you could easily run that in here too. We could do Voice of the Ashwood tech. That would work just fine with the helm equipment. But I wanted to do it slightly differently. I didn't want to focus on Gore Feast. I wanted my curve to be a little bit lower, so that didn't matter what I drew. Mage has the ability to combo pretty quickly with 8-card hands and Soothsaying to get more cards. So that's why I went this way. Okay. Ravaging Ghoul. Get any procs here. So the idea is to play as many Ruby Shards as possible, because you're wanting to draw into your oh, that's too bad. You want to draw into your Slaughter Gear stuff and play it as soon as you can. So I'm not even going to play the Rage here. I'm just going to play it for Ruby. Also enables me to play a Psychotic Anarchist this turn and then hit for 3, and then I draw a card. Okay, cool. We got 3rd Ruby Shard. So we can Skittering Scar next turn, depending on what he plays. Oh no, 1 cost Sting Shot. That would have been awesome. That would have been really nice. Okay. So this is a buffed Skittering Scar. Okay, let's see what we hit with our... we only got to 5. That's not great. So we're going to modify our play this turn. Are we? Are we going to modify our play? Am I just saying that? I'm just trying to think of what's the best way to get in maximum damage. I think this is the right play. We'll let him do that. We'll draw another card. We got a Crimson Clarity, and then we can use Burn on his turn to take out whatever he plays. Most likely whatever he plays, I should say. Okay, good. We'll kill that with Burn. It's just a 2 damage burn, but it works fine for this dungeon. And it looks like we should have this next turn. Yep. So we're going to do this for a Rage. And then hope the Rage hits on the... Okay, perfect. It hits on the Ridge Raider. So, We could have played Zoltog, given it speed. We could give anything speed here. Skittering Sergeant already has speed, so that is 9 damage. We got it. That's 834. Taking about 2 minutes per encounter. I think that last encounter probably took me a little bit more than 2 minutes, but there's only 5 encounters in this dungeon. The last one almost doesn't even count because they nerfed the chained Goliath like so hard. I don't know what they did to that encounter, but it's very easy. I'm not complaining. It's fine by me. This hand's not amazing, but I'll keep it. We can always use Soothsaying if we want. Oh, and we got that. That's actually not bad. That allows us to pump up our Savage Raiders. Oh, and we got a Spell Sprite, so that's actually really good. What do we get off the top? Okay, Crazed Raider. And this can be really good if we draw into a Sting Shot. Gotta be very careful on this one, because this guy can deal 10 to 20 damage early on. Ooh, more card draw. A 0. A -1 cost Quash. That sounds really nice. Okay, so I think we're going to Quash into Crazed Raider, because we don't want to have to wait until we're at 4. We just use the Acorns for card draw, by the way. That's the only reason why they're in the deck. Allows us to play less shards. Sting Shot. Okay, so we're going to play this for Rage. Looks like it went on the Savage Raider. That's okay. Oh, we missed the necessary spell power by 1. You see the Sting Shot there triggered a few times because a ranger's attacked. At least 1 ranger attacked. So we should have the win next turn. We can bounce whatever he plays. If he only plays like 1 troop. Yeah, so this one, we're just going to let it give itself +2/+2. I mean, we can take the damage, it doesn't matter. In fact, we should have taken the damage because it's faster. We're going to bounce it, and then we win, basically. Unless he has some kind of 1-cost removal, and that can be played at quick speed. Do any of these have speed? Nope. But we'll just play this for fun, and then swing in. And we'll go ahead and do this. So that should be fatal, yeah. Or lethal. Okay. So 1 more real encounter, and then the boss that does nothing. I have a feeling they're gonna patch this boss before Convocation hits. This is just too easy. There's a lot of different ways to farm this dungeon and other dungeons. I mean, this isn't the only way to do it. Like, there's plenty of people to look for. Like maybe I'm trying to think of other members of the community that farm dungeons quickly. Yasi, I think, posts a bit about how he farms and what he uses to farm. He sounds like he's pretty efficient at it. So definitely look for other people that that run dungeons. I'm really afraid to attack here because there's a lot of times that he runs repel. So I'm actually going to just pass turn. And I know I have an extra shard, so I have an extra resource. Wow, he passed turn again. Well, that's frustrating. I don't know what the right thing to do here is. I'm thinking I should not attack. I'm not going to attack. I just know what his deck runs, and I don't want to lose the Reaver like that. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. Okay, so we're gonna play Rage, and we'll try to see who gets Rage. Who gets Rage? Who gets Rage? Twink, twink. You got Rage. Let me play you. Now we're free to attack, at least. Oh, you know what? Darn it. That's unlucky. His charge power on 5 is going to kill off one of our troops. So I should have just played like a Crazed Raider and kept 2 burns up. Yep. Yep, that was silly. Okay. I made it harder on myself, that's for sure. At least he is tapped out. We've got double crushing, so let's go in. We're gonna crushing for free. That's 6. If we're crushing one more time, that's 8. And that should throw 7 through with double damage is lethal. Alright. This run has not been super quick. I think it's just hit 10 minutes, but that's okay. I'm kind of explaining it. Kind of playing a little slow. I'm slow in general. You guys are probably faster than I am. And there's probably a lot faster decks. Let me think of what the community has said. I think, speaking of Yassi, I've read some of his stuff on farming. I think he said that mono blood is super quick. I'm guessing that's like a full-out attack build with Mountain God cards, like Hunger of the Mountain God. So, if you like mono blood, there's definitely opportunities there to play it. Be careful not to pass your turn against Chain Goliath, because he doesn't do anything, so... Oh, you know what? I probably shouldn't have attacked there, I forgot. So, the whole thing about Chain Goliath is you don't want his health to get below 29. I think 29 is the number. So once it's at 29, or below 29, he's going to transform on the following turn, more likely than not. Just as a rule of thumb, that's usually when it happens. Okay, so we're going to play the Slingshot Sniper, and then we got at least one more turn. So we're not going to attack. He's at 31, so we got 2 more turns. So on this turn, what we're going to do is play an Empowered Crazed Raider, unless we draw something better. We don't. So the following turn we can play both Slaughter Gears and attack with both of them. And we can still burn as well. Okay, so we're going to pass turn. We should have the kill the following turn. Yeah, so he's at 29, so this is where we want to do. We actually can get 1 extra turn. So we'll just do best scenario, 1 extra turn. Okay, so we're going to go for the extra turn. And that's good because both of them are replicators. I thought one was a Reaver because their health, their cost was different. So we're going to get we're going to actually copy our sting shots. Because you'll see how ridiculous the damage gets because all these sting shots are utilizing the same weapon equipment. We got another sting shot. So we're just going to put this sting shot in play empowered. Yeah, Goliath is still broken. So he's at 28 health. Watch how much damage we do before combat damage goes through. Okay, I'm also gonna empower one of the sting shots that's attacking. Okay, watch this. His health is just gonna go bye-bye before combat damage goes through. Boom, he's dead. I can't even math that fast. I don't even know what happened. He just dies. Yeah, smoldering dead packs. I don't even want to open them anymore. Interest Settler. Okay, so during Questmas, that's still a way you could farm. Let's see. I guess while I'm on stream, and because I have so many, excuse me, so many campaign characters. Let me see here. Okay, Orc Warrior. Go to the Orc Warrior. So if all that combat damage resolved that turn, we probably would have put him into like -30 or something. which is pretty nice, about 60 damage. Alright, let's check out this Orc Warrior. What is he built as currently? I think it's Mono Blood. Oh, that's right, I reset all my builds. Darn it. Let's see what a Mono Blood deck would look like here. I forgot I did this a while back to clean out my deck lists. So fast Mono Blood deck is gonna definitely have a few cards in it. Fang is usually in it. You're gonna want to get charges from your warriors. Hunger is definitely in it. And I don't even know if Orc is the best class to do this with, because you might want a class that gives you access to 3 copies of Hunger. In fact, let me back out, because I think Venom is better. Let me back out here. Yeah, whatever. Are you gonna let me back out? Damn. And now it let me back out to the campaign screen? How funky is that? Okay. Venom Cleric. I don't think I have a Venom Warrior. Venom Cleric's fine. This probably set to 60 resources as well. Yep. Alright, yeah, come on. Can't I just like shift click? Nah. They don't let you throw them all back. They should definitely allow that in the future. Just allow you to put like enter a number of cards you want in the deck. Okay, so again, the reason why we're looking at Venom right now is late game Venom has access to 3 rares, and we want to play as many Hunger of the Mountain Gods as possible, even though that lowers the quantity of uncommons we can play. Okay, so we're doing some weapon checks here. Now I have to remember how I build this. I think Gordazuma's good because we're playing a cleric. Blood-Soaked Brawler is very good. We want to play... We definitely want to play... What's his face? That one's a rogue. Blood Aura. We definitely want Blood Aura. And what else do we like to play in this cleric deck here? I think we definitely want the Paladins. We like Vampiric Princess. I think I'm going to go up to 22 blood. Contract Killing's nice, but I don't think you need it. It's really aggressive. Here, I gotta throw artifacts back in here so I can see. Okay, so I'm gonna go to 22. We want Call the Grave. I saw that. Call the Grave. Okay, so we're at 45. We need 15 more cards. Let me check what our equipment looks like here. I think we're gonna only have like 1 slot open. 1, 2. In fact, we probably can fill that slot. It's gonna be the feet slot. Yep, feet slot. So we can either use this or this. We're gonna want this. He draws cards. Let's put, yeah, rage. Okay, so the equipment part's done. Now we just want more good stuff. So let's look at cleric. We're gonna put the acorns in too. So we got 2 acorns. We got Paladins of Necropolis. Gemsoul Feeders are pretty good. They can transfer life drain. Corrupted Harvesters are pretty good. There's not many blood-centric clerics. I think that's it for clerics. We're going to drop in the acorns. Bam. Oh, only 1 acorn. Yeah. Legendary. Yay. Okay, so now we're going to put in some removal. And because the dungeon is a lot of low drops primarily, I think rock cast is very good. You know what, we can just run 3 contract killings. I think we have enough health gain in here that 3 contract killings is fine. You get this from the Killipede quest. So if you do 3 different campaign characters and kill the Killipede, you'll have 3 contract killings. Same for Hunger of the Mountain God. If you play 3 orcs, you get past the second bridge, go to the first town, you'll have 3 Hunger of the Mountain Gods. Okay, yeah, that's right. We want Rock Cast is what we're looking for. Festering Decay is okay, but we're also playing Call the Grave equipment. I might actually play Hatchery Tormentors because the spider benefit, and it's a 2/1 for 1. So that's another 1 drop we will have. Okay, so 2 Rockcast. Okay, that guy's not good for this deck. Rockcast, and maybe 2 kills, I think. Where are you, Rockcast? Here you are. We'll play the AA version. Alright, so we've got good removal. We got 2 more slots. We could put in like 2 Vampire Kings. Not everyone has Vampire Kings. Oh, there's actually a really cool card. Not many people have this card. So, well, we can do Monsoon. There's a lot of different ways we can go. Vampire King, Monsoon's a 2-drop, which is nice. From a farming perspective, that's not super fast though. Maybe we should look lower curve. Right now our curve's relatively low. In fact, the Corrupt Harvesters are probably not as low as we would like, even though they're cleric. So let me just kind of reset for low curve. See, I don't know if there's anything else we want that's super low curve for mono blood that is going to make our run go a lot faster. We could go Leeching Burrower. 2/2 with speed. Oh, it only has speed if we run the equipment, but that might be better than the Shame Gladiator equipment. In fact, we don't even have to run Shame Gladiator because we only have 2 copies. Alright, let's run the Burrower. Let's throw on the boots for the Burrower. That will give us some speed, and that should speed it up a bit. We'll keep in the Shame Gladiator as another fast 2-drop. Okay, this is our deck. 22 shards, curve ends at 3. Well, 4. We have 2 Corrupt Harvesters. Still contemplating taking them out. What else do we have as an option? They're a 3/3 that can't be blocked except for Blood and Artifact. So basically they're not going to be blocked, but is there something better we can replace it with? So if we take out Corrupt Harvester, we do not need the Cleric talent, because there's, well, we'll have the Gem Soul Feeders. Alright, you know what, we're just gonna keep it. Abominate could be another decent tech path, or Cog the Balls, as this could give them a big buff early on. But we'll go ahead and lock this in. Let's check our talents. Okay, these are my previously spec talents. I got Steadfast, got the Divine Altar, that copies Clerics. This is fine. This is fine. Steadfast is usually enough to just wreck the AI. And just double check on, we have only 5 removals. Hope that's enough. Let's see. See how it does. We can always tweak it further. And my wife is going to want to go to Costco soon, so I'll try to make this run fast. We need to buy some fruit and stuff. burger meat to barbecue. BBQ. I have to pick up the backyard because our dogs are eating peaches and shitting like crazy. TMI, right? Okay, so we start with a high Hunger of the Mountain God. I have to be really careful on this encounter too, because I believe this guy runs Pride's Fall main deck, so I don't want to pump up Hunger too high, or we're going to be in trouble. We're going to be in trouble anyway once he starts to attack. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just use Contract Killing. I know it's just a 1-drop, whatever. I won't have to take extra damage, because I'm going to take damage when I use this. Alright. Okay, so he's already in range for Pride's Fall. That means we're not going to activate him again. We're just going to go ahead and attack. That way there, he will be under 4 when he hits. So that should allow me to get in at least 1 more attack, and then if he plays out more than 2 costs of stuff, great. So now he can't, and I can rock cast that too. He can't kill me when I pump the Hunger. I'm trying to think, will pumping the Hunger give me the win? I don't think it will, but we're gonna go ahead and pump. We also have Call of the Grave now, so we can just throw him right back into play. He'll be at 3. Okay. So he's probably going to Pride's Fall me as soon as his turn starts. Oh, no. Okay. Well, we just win. Swear, like, every time I ran this with the Ruby deck, that guy Pride's Falled as soon as he possibly could. Every single time. So, Mono Bloods basically have Hunger of the Mountain God in your hand, win. There's not much else to it. It's just the card's ridiculous. That's why we play Call the Grave. That's why we play Blood Aura with equipment, so that we can put Life Drain on him. So every time he uses his weapon equipment to double tap, you don't take any damage. That is one nice thing about playing this the Venom is you start with one of your actions in your hand has a -1 cost. Too bad that he hit a shard there. Let's draw a shard. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna, I guess we'll lead off with, do we lead off with Divine Altar? No, because Divine Altar is not going to help us with the Cortezuma. The uniqueness violation is going to just kill him. We have a combat trick next turn with Blood Aura to keep a troop blocked alive, potentially. Okay, so we will be able to utilize a combat trick. Just go ahead and double attack. Does he block here? Okay, good, he blocks there. And that should put 3 through. He healed for 2. It's nice having Steadfast. So Cleric's not bad. I mean, there's other benefits for Warrior and Mage to go faster, but this is fine. It's fine having Steadfast and not being as fast. Is that true, Ollie? I have no idea what you're asking. How was breakfast? How was breakfast? Yeah? Sure. Okay. Alright. guess it. Whoa. Well, that's unfortunate. So this is a convenient way to win. Gartazuma has invincible, so when he blocks with this 4/4, he's gonna still heal, and then Paladin's gonna trigger the 1 health loss. We win. Invincible makes it so that they don't deal any damage, so they don't life drain if they have a life drain troop. That was pretty convenient. So my stream is not going to be much longer. I've finished this run. Just want to show what 2 farming decks could look like. This deck's obviously not as fast as a mono blood warrior or mage deck would be, but it's still pretty. It's got the chassis that I would probably build. I'd probably take out the cleric guys, these 2. In fact, I'm going to replace my hand because they're too slow. Keep. I got this stupid contract killing, burning a hole in our pocket, dealing damage to us. So we're going to use it next turn, hopefully. Oh, okay. I pooped out a Deadeye Ripper. Hatchery Tormentor is actually pretty cool with this Ebony Pawn starting off. We're going to have to take another 2 damage from contract killing next turn. Is contract killing giving him charges? No, that's good. Oh, because it's... Oh, it is deal damage. Oh, that sucked. Okay, so we're definitely going to contract killing that. Play the Vampiric Princess. And we'll let him deal damage to us. Yeah, I guess it's better. I don't know the fastest build so far, but there's definitely a lot of builds to try. But the Ruby deck is just fast. I mean, you're gonna play mono Ruby, you're gonna be doing damage pretty quickly. So we almost got this guy down. He hasn't been able to deal any damage, so his charge power is not going off. Spiderling eggs. Okay, we'll play a Leeching Burrower. We kill this. We'll just attack him with the Vampiric Princess, and we need a few more turns, but we got this. Oh, nice, we got Rise again. That will allow us to push some damage, extra damage in next turn. Oh, and a spider. Okay, I think we got this. Boom. And we'll just attack here. Hit face, and that is it. I mean, I've seen builds that just focus on 1-drop speed troops. And the Smoldering Dead is just not very hard. You just want to build up a board fast, so that you can take out the final guy pretty quickly. It's also helpful against the prior challenges. I actually did a VOD of a Diamond Ruby human deck for Human Warrior, and I ran that through the campaign last night, and it was really quick. It's actually pretty good, so that's another way you can go. Now, another option for mono blood farming would be a Shinhair because Shinhir has access to 4 uncommons at max level for blood, which is really good if you're wanting to play a bunch of paladins. So Shinhir Cleric is very fast in terms of some of the uncommons you can play, like Bloodsoaked Brawler, Paladin. We're doing Venom right now because of the access to 3 rares. Oh good, a target for contract killing. And a shard. Alright, so we're going to contract killing. And we could play Divine Altar, but we'll just play Bloodsoaked Brawler. Put some eggs in there. Some eggs in the basket. He's at 3. No play. Does he have removal? He might have removal. What do we play here? I guess we play a... We can play a Divine Altar, or we can just play a Gemsoul here. Let's just play a Divine Altar. He can give us double Paladins next turn. He has like a repel. Okay. Does he get that guy? I hope not. Good. So go 8. So if we draw a shard, we can give a Paladin speed. Okay. Gortazuma. We can give Gortazuma speed. He made a copy of himself and killed himself. Whoops, I missed an attack there. That was my bad. He's gonna do his sack ability next turn. We'll get rid of the Deadeye Ripper. Oh, he didn't use it. Okay. We're gonna play Paladin, and we might be able to just win off of that Paladin. He's blocked me with everything. Okay. We'll kill these 2. Yep, Paladin procs. Oh yeah, Ethereal Healer. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Ethereal Healer. Basically anything that works for Arena would be fine for farming. This deck's not proven to be very quick. Of course, it's first time playing it, and it's not really modified. I think Warrior and Mage, again, are better than farming with Cleric. This Cleric in general is slower, but more consistent. At level 9, you start to see like how powerful it is to play the Mage and Warrior class with the Toon deck. Whereas Cleric is still consistent, but it's more thematically slow. Okay, Chain Goliath, the Hungry Mountain God, seems pretty good. We're just going to start to pump this guy up, and we're not going to attack, of course. Alright, we're going to just keep pumping him up. Pump, pump, pump. Next turn we'll give him Life Drain. Attack. I have not tried Dwarf Mage with Slaughter Gears in the dungeon yet, but I do have a Dwarf Mage that I really like to play, and I will probably attempt that very soon. Oops. That was silly. I forgot to give him Life Drain before I pumped him up. That's okay. Alright, we're almost there. Okay, next turn we go all in. We're also going to give our Vampiric Princess speed, because we can. And we're swinging. I don't think we quite get there, but next turn we will. Definitely next turn we will. That didn't do anything. Yeah, Chain Goliath is just kinda derps. Alright, well that's a mono blood. It's not necessarily the best mono blood. I think a warrior based orc, well, maybe warrior based shin hair could be really good because of the 4 uncommons. That way there you can play like 4 fangs, 4 shamed gladiators. That's it for me. I gotta get ready to go, but I'll probably do some more Convocation themed builds later and stream it just so people can watch the VODs before Convocation and get some ideas. Alright, thanks for watching. I would give away acorns, but I think I need to wait a day before I have enough, so acorn giveaway next time.